Good morning, good evening, good night, wherever you are. Welcome to Edessa, the Holy Land. On this night in particular, we find ourselves with a Volatej Zura and Alistair of Clan Ventrue. The two of them have recently conferred with one another that they are going to be trying to infiltrate the eastern camp of the Surja Turks, trying to find a group of individuals that, well, tried to kill Alistair many, many nights ago. The Vucari, or to non-Slavics, the werewolves. The reasoning for this is simply because of these thuggish, very thuggish and brash Vucari who have come into Edessa offering their services, of all things, to the Cainites, telling them that they will help solve their little problem with the lupines for a little section of the city. Volatej, after hearing all of this from Alistair, hearing the names of these creatures, the Mother of Monsters, the Secret Breaker, Tail Eater, and the Tear Feaster, during all of this, he's been in his religious studies constantly, and he feels that these creatures they are not Veles' children. They are somehow more monstrous. It sounds like they are monsters. It sounds like they're brigands and rapists, possibly murderers, killers. He does not like that. So Alistair and Volatej have conferred to find these other Vucari and possibly inform them, or even maybe cut a deal with them. Give them information on these monsters in the city. And we find ourselves at the slightly, I'm guessing, outside the eastern gate. Volatej is sitting, and he is simply awaiting the arrival of Alistair. He did not have to truly prepare because he always keeps most of his belongings on himself. He does have his bow and his sword with him, and his two knives, but he also comes bearing words of peace for these creatures, not war. And he just sits there pondering the philosophies of life while he awaits Alistair.
Alright. At this point, arriving to the meeting place, it will be Alistair in his typical garb, accompanied by Juno and a much more heavily armed Corn. Though he typically carries a bow with him, he never carries a quiver. He's openly carrying a quiver that is half filled with arrows.
Volatej is lost in thought, but after hearing probably the footprints approaching, he snaps back to attention. Alistair, Juno, and what was the other one's name?
Corn.
Corn. Pleasure to see all of you.
Um, I'm, I'm glad that you're willing to help me with this full touch.
No, I'm willing. I'm very willing. I don't know what to think of all of this information you have given me, though. It is quite terrifying, the fact that these tier feasters and secret breakers, as they call themselves, are currently in the city. It is, and I know that Scourge was destroyed by one of these Vucari, but that was in battle. It was, and we might actually be able to gain their help from this. I do not know. There's a lot to take in right now. I've never met a Vucari before.
All I can say is that they're very dangerous. And I'm hoping the ones outside the city are more reasonable than the ones that have infiltrated Edessa.
I hope so. These ones in the city, they sound like brigands. Ugh.
They sound like, from their titles, it sounds like they are more than simply unsavory, possibly profane. You would not name yourself those things if you did not care what people think of you.
You would not name yourself if you were a peace-loving creature, especially one of such grandeur as a wolfman. I've heard tales of these beasts before, the Vucari we call them, but sounds like these ones in the city have done things that they are priding themselves for that no one would find ever prideful. Sounds like they don't know what I could consider them. The only thing I could consider this close to is Chernobog. Have you ever heard of that name?
Mm. Uh, I've read about it in a few books back in my studying days. But all I know is that it's a vicious creature, I believe similar to some type of serpent.
Pardon? Sorry, I just got yelled at by a friend.
Yeah.
What was that?
I'll start from the beginning. I've heard briefly of this thing in the books of my study. In in my studies, it's a vicious creature that gnaws on some type of tree, if I remember right.
Yes, Chernobog, the god of evil, the demon incarnate, gnawing upon the tree of Perun and Veles, destroying all it touches. I do not know if I could say these creatures are of that, these ones in the city, but to me, they are not creatures of peace. They are creatures of war. And all these other ones are fighting for the Turks. They are fighting, they have their own personal philosophies to uphold, I would say. If they have any philosophies. They could just be doing this for money, as for all we know. We don't know why they kill. Either way, I say we begin heading off towards the eastern camp. I will make use of my obfuscate to infiltrate the area, but so I need you to be as inconspicuous as possible.
I Alistair kind of frowns at that and responds, I will try my best."
I know it can be hard sometimes, but these Turks do not like seeing. They probably won't like seeing foreigners, and I know they won't like seeing a large ape-like creature holding with a Arabic sword and a bow at his side, and tusks that you could break a walnut on.
Mm, mm. All right. Well, I I'm hoping that your animal friends have guided us away to them, or are they scouting right now?
My animal friends,
Mm.
my wolves.
Mm.
I
Well, I heard of the wolves, and I remember you showed me the flock of birds a while back.
Yes, I can. I haven't done that yet. I've been sitting here pondering a few things. I apologize. I must have been lost in thought.
Of
Uh,
course.
yes, but I can try it now. I would step back just in case. I had a nasty run in a day ago. Oh, that reminds me. After this, maybe I should give you this information now, actually. So I have not been able to. I've been recovering from some wounds. I was nearly killed the other day.
Okay.
Yes, Knight Templar tried to cut me down with a broadsword.
Well, when Alistair hears you say Knight Templar, he frowns at that. And it's like, well, you investigating that one particular building of interest?
Yes, I was actually trying to investigate these Vucari that were in the city. this mother of monsters you told me of, but what ended up happening was I overheard talk in Riverside from a group of Knights Templar that they were angered to be working with heathens. I followed closely behind them and found that the Knights Templar are working with the Muslims that invaded the Elysium.
I
I was inside of their base.
his eyes kind of widened to that. I was planning on investigating that building myself, but I was going to give it as much time as I could, investigating it with some street urgents. For you just to go in there, I know your obfuscate is great, but that's a very dangerous venture.
It was a very dangerous venture. But I had little other recourse at that point because when I tried to simply get a rat to go aside, I was going to see if it could scout ahead for me to tell me. An entire horde of rats chased after me. Had to scale the side of a building, jump several buildings across, and I ended up knocking a man out using my obfuscate to look like him. And I infiltrated the building and found that a prominent member of the Knights Templar and a prominent member of this Muslim sect are working closely together. It's a begrudging alliance, it seems, but they know of us and they want us dead. I even had a peek into their armory.
Hmm.
It's not good. Do you know what they keep in that armory? They keep crossbows that can fire stakes.
Oi.
I broke all of the bolts I could. And I then tried to listen into a conversation which ended with me getting a broadsword in my side and having to run like a madman.
Hmm.
It was not a good night, to say the very least. Either way, I do have more information about these people. But maybe, again though, I will use the Call of Divine to see if I can get a bird of such to scout ahead. I stand up at this point and begin sort of making like bird calls as you hear them. It's a pretty prominent his little display of animalism here. Robbie, what was the roll for Call of the Wild again? I also have inoffensive to animals, so I did check. I think that lowers the difficulty.
For discipline use?
Yes, because animalism.
It would on your manipulation animal can roll to get them to do something. I don't think it would for your actual discipline use roll.
Oh, okay. Well, we didn't factor that in for the manipulation animal can roll.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So what was the roll for it again?
I think it is manipulation animal can.
Okay. So yes, we do need to factor in the benefit I get for it. I'm just trying to call.
No, not if it's activating your discipline. So
Okay.
you're doing Call of the Wild.
Yes, I am trying to call a bird of some kind, like a bird of prey.
Sure. So this won't get your bonus. What will get your bonus is when you use level 1 to make, which isn't a discipline use. It's simply discipline allows you to do it. It will basically mean you're easy to persuade the animals, which is fine.
All right, that'll work then. What do I roll for this then?
I thought it was called beckoning, and it's charisma survival.
You're right. It is charisma survival. I just got it up. Yep, charisma survival. That was right.
All right, charisma survival.
Correcting me.
No, I was just thinking about it. And I was
Dude,
like,
I'm teasing. You're right. You're 100% right. I was wrong.
5 dice. Nice. If I get all ones, we're dead. Eagles come soaring out of the air and rip my throat out.
That was really funny.
Let's see. Oh, there's an 8 in there. Yes, I'm basically, you can hear me making like very strange, almost to the letter bird calls. Like it is like what you notice, Alistair, is it's kind of disconcerting to hear that noise come out of my mouth, but it's just he is sort of making the sound of a large like a large bird would to just calling out. And as that happens, what sort of bird comes to me?
What kind of bird did you summon?
A very large bird, possibly a bird of prey.
I mean, it's up to you what you summon.
I don't know what's in this area, so we'll say just an eagle.
Yeah, you can summon a hawk. Yeah, sure. You get a how many successes did you get?
One.
Okay. Yeah, basically after a few minutes, a eagle basically kind of comes down and perches. Whereabouts in the city are you?
We're outside the wall right now.
No, you're not. You're
Oh,
inside the city still.
near the eastern wall, we'll say.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, you,
Does it land on my hand?
basically, the creature comes and sits, basically perches near you.
I look straight in the eyes, and using Call of the Wild, I begin to speak to it.
Cool, yeah.
Hello there, my friend. I am sorry to bother you on this night, but I was wondering if you could help me, as it were. I simply need you to help us find out if there are any strange people near the to the east. We're just trying to see how many there are. That is all. You don't have to help us, but I was wondering if you could. So would this be a charisma animal can or manipulation animal can?
Manipulation, okay, I'm just going to tell you. Saying strange people to this bird of prey is going to mean literally nothing.
I'm just saying. That's why I backtracked and said how many people are around. Like if it can give us a head count, something like that.
Okay. I'm not like trying to be obstructive, but with animals and stuff, like they can do what they're capable of. Birds can't count. Do you know what I mean?
All right.
Like it could say many or something like that, but they're not going to be able to give you
Distinct.
I mean, sometimes the information isn't going to appear particularly.
Actually, I have a better idea then. I'm going to ask
Yeah.
it if it could serve as a distraction for us in a time of need.
Okay.
Like just start calling and harassing people. That's actually a much better idea.
Sure, yeah.
So charisma or manipulation animal can.
And you will get the less difficulty as well.
So how what would the difficulty be?
The difficulty would be bird of prey, so it would be difficulty 5.
Okay. All right. I think that's. Please don't fail. There's a 10.
Jolly good. Yeah, the bird can kind of follow you and look for can easily basically like be a distraction when you need it to be. It can basically hang around you for a bit. That's absolutely.
For a moment, for when we're walking towards the camp, I actually offer my shoulder for it to sit on.
He will. As you
All
have
right.
animal can and animalism. He is
Yes.
actually quite enjoys your company apparently.
Yeah,
This
because
is
inoffensive to animals.
yeah, and yeah. This is quite unusual. Alistair would know that usually animals are fairly standoffish at best with kindred and will often be very, very scared of them. This one appears to be even more affectionate towards Volatej than a wild animal would be towards a human.
I'm definitely taking notice of this. So I'm just sitting here in awe. It's like, okay.
As this happens, I do have a small bag of meat, and since this is a bird of prey, I actually pull out a piece of dried meat and put it up and hand it a piece.
He will eat it. So, during the day today, there was a assault on the walls. It wasn't particularly successful, kind of ladder assault, and it was fairly easily repelled, and appeared to be more of a kind of defense testing thing. That's what the rumors are circling around saying. How would you like to get out of the city? The walls are fairly well patrolled by guards. In fact, they are. Yeah, there's not really any spots on the walls that aren't under somebody's observation.
Well,
As you
it
would expect.
might not be that much of a problem for me because of my obfuscate, but this is going to be a problem for Alistair especially because he has 2 other people he has to bring with him.
Well,
I mean, they're also like 30-foot walls. Like, it's not the easiest thing to get over.
True. How is it that I've been oh wait, I probably just walked in and out of the city before.
So at night the gates are shut, but you have obfuscate and you can climb. And I mean that's why your hunting rolls have been way more difficult when you've lived outside the city.
Well, yeah, but it's better that I live outside the city because if I frenzy in here, people are going to die. This is what I get for having short fuse. Anyways, as I activating obfuscate, basically I like tell a little bird just to fly up over the walls and wait for us because I know that I can't extend my obfuscate to him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we'll happily fly up to the walls.
Yes, I give him another piece of meat before he goes.
If you want to make any more rolls to animal can manipulate this guy, it will be -3 difficulty, as you have persuaded him with tasty snacks.
Yes, I have a gigantic bag of tasty snacks. I need it for my wolves, so like I'm basically breaking off big chunks of meat and handing it to a small bird. Well, a decently sized bird. Either way, I proceed to look at Alistair and say, "You will be waiting for us, but we need to find a way outside these walls. This is going to be probably one of the largest challenges of tonight."
Well, how many are guarding the doors?
Can I try and take a peek out, just with my obfuscate, just to see how many guards are just at those doors, like ready and armed?
So all the doors in the city have been essentially more or less barred, and there are most of the entrances are like literally like guarded like properly.
Like they have like entire squads there.
Yeah, something like that. But also have been like barricaded and barred, like kind of on the inside as well. So there's kind of a small secondary defense past the gate.
Well, the best idea here is for me to climb the walls. That's like my best bet, probably. But for Alistair, this is going to be a huge issue.
I can climb. I have athletics too.
Well, do your ghouls have that much?
I actually think they do. I know Corrin does. I don't know if Juno does.
You're going to have to be making stealth rolls for that, my friend.
Yeah. No, that's Juno.
Okay, I'm going to try. I've actually have a plan. I am going to try climbing the wall. First off, I'm basically trying to find the one spot that isn't being looked at the most, like near the wall, and I am going to begin scaling it. And what would that be? A Dex Athletics or something?
It would be Dex Athletics, yes. Difficulty. We'll say the difficulty is just 6. Okay, so you can either scale the walls. There are areas in the city where you can kind of just get up onto the walls, but scaling it would be an easier stealth roll because there won't be anyone. There'll be less likely to be people watching. I mean, the inside of the walls they're pitch black or more or less. Like, yeah, there's no street light or anything illuminating it.
So I really just have to worry about falling and breaking my ass. Oh dear.
That's why she can fortitude. You can just drop and be okay.
Yeah, make a hole in the ground.
If I had fortitude and potence, I'd make a huge hole in the ground. I'd be like a meteor impacting. God, if I took huge size, oh dear, I'd just be like in that ground for the rest of like eternity. Oh. And I fell and broke my ass.
Well, all of us are capable of climbing, me and my group.
Yeah, but I just fell and broke my ass.
Oh.
I got a 1.
Well, me and Corrin have 42. The problem is Juno does not, but we'll try to catch her once we get across.
Okay, so as you are climbing the wall, good friend, you have rolled a botch. So you will basically get to like about 2/3 of the way up, and the rock that we were thought looked like a fairly good handhold will kind of slip, and you will fall. And you will take 4 dice worth of bashing damage, which I will roll.
I'm gonna try. Can I try soaking?
Of course you can.
I think I should be able to. It's just bad.
You take 2 bashing.
Can I soak?
Of course.
Oh!
You suck it up. There's a thump as a Volatej lands on the ground, and his obfuscate breaks.
Okay. I actually have some. All right, Alistair.
Yes, Volatej.
No, it's just your turn. It's just Alistair. Is he gonna try climbing?
Yeah. I was trying to have a funny scene there.
No, I actually do have something prepared. I'm just wondering because I'm trying to fill dead air.
Yeah. Well, I'll look over to Corin. Like, did you bring rope with you? Corin will kind of look at him funny and kind of show off that he doesn't have any rope. Like, alright, I'll go first, and I'll need somebody to roll for me. Unless we're gonna do honesty.
You hear Volatej say something in another language. It sounds like Deutsch mon zagistu. Do you have Russian Slavic by any chance?
Nope.
Okay, for the audience at home, he just said, "Ow, my ass."
I have it's dexterity athletics, correct? The climb. That would be 4 dice for me.
Oh, do you want me to roll? Okay. You have 2 successes.
I'm gonna try rolling again, activating Obfuscate 2, and I'm gonna try and scale the wall again.
Mm-hmm.
I will not be beaten by a stone wall. Yes!
This time you ascend the same way, avoiding the rather perilous handhold you saw before.
I give it a death glare before I move my hand up over it and grab the actual rock that I should have the first time.
I'd like for you to roll intimidation against that inanimate rock.
I'm going to!
And so both of you basically make it up to the lip of the wall, and you see that the wall appears to be being basically patrolled. There obviously every few hundred meters there's a kind of like a tower or a gatehouse, and there are patrols going between these.
I got 1 success in my intimidate wall roll.
It's difficulty 10 to intimidate a wall, so you're actually botched. So
The wall shivs me.
yeah, the wall recoils from you, falls down. You fall down again. Take 4 bashing. And
its wall spirit is strong.
Yeah. You both see that there are patrols basically going between these guardhouses, and just as you kind of poke your head up above the lip, there appears to be one going past, or coming towards you rather. So I would like you both to
I'm
roll.
staying.
I will dominate it and tell it to close its eyes.
Okay, so there's 4 people in this patrol.
Oh,
they
okay.
do have a torch with them.
Okay.
Well, I know what I'm doing. Stay perfectly still. They won't see you.
Okay. Oh.
So I'd like to roll wits stealth, please, for you, Daryl. How many dice?
All right, what's stealth?
It's probably just 3 for me because I don't have any points and stuff. But I could be wrong. I may have actually put points in it.
You are okay, Volatej. Have you assumed obfuscate again?
Yeah, and I also just rolled, and I got 2 successes anyways, so I am invisible.
I only have 3 dice. I have no points in stealth.
Let's hope you don't screw this up.
Yeah, you're fine.
Yay.
As you go past, you hear their footsteps, basically, but the wall shadows you, and they're not paying much attention to the inside of the wall there. They appear to be mainly looking outwards. And
a giant ape man. Just a normal Friday night.
It's fine. Some weird Italian guy. It's fine. And yeah, are you wanting your ghouls to come with you, Alistair?
I did, but if these, I was actually hoping if they weren't so packed together, I'd dominate one to give me some rope. But at this point, I'm noticing this many people trying to sneak past is gonna slow us down, and we only have so much time before the sun rises. And so
Good point.
I'll turn to them, and I'll just wave them, like trying to wave them away.
Okay. They will reluctantly basically go back. Okay. The wall is again dark. The towers appear to be illuminated, but there doesn't appear to be immediately another group coming.
Well, I say at this point I'm going to try and climb down the other side of the wall.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Get to
just gonna
ground
jump.
level. Is that just another Dex Athletics?
Please.
All right. That's 5 dice. Ooh.
Volatej, maybe due to his ape-like appearance, appears to be very dexterous at this, aside from his earlier falling on his ass, and quickly scurries across the parapet and begins his descent. Quite
All right. I just got an image in my head. If this character survived a modern day and if he lived in New York, I think he's the reason why King Kong exists.
That's his Zulo form.
No. That's his that's that protein level 7 form.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Okay, so how many dice am I rolling for Alistair?
Oh, I'm just jumping down.
Okay, that's fine. You will take 6 flights of bashing. You take just the 1 bashing damage you can roll to soak. How many dice?
It's
Stub toe.
2 stamina plus 2 fortitude.
Okay, 4. You soak it.
Yeah, like I said, I'm assuming I'd be fine.
As you are climbing down, Alistair, there is a whoosh and a crump on the ground of a falling Ventrue.
You mean Volatej?
But
not 2 Alistairs, dude.
Yeah, sorry. And he
Alistair, why have you cloned yourself? Stop messing with future technology.
And you crump onto the ground and pick up and brush yourself off. You were quite fine.
I just stare at you for a moment and say, I know we have to be quick, but really?
Hey, I'm House Ventrue. I can totally do this.
Oh, fine. Anyways, we should get moving. Activating Obfuscate 2.
When he says that, he's just grinning about it because that's his only real specialty he has is fortitude. So,
as you look away from Volatej, you look back and he appears not to be there any longer.
I've done this many a time. I think he's used to it by now.
Yeah, it's fine.
So we are going to begin walking off in the... I'll deactivate it for now. I only need it when people are looking around, but because there's I'm just going to start heading off in the general direction of where the eastern camp should be. Is it far out, or how far would it be from the eastern wall, do you think? Because could we see it from where we are?
It's basically it's probably around maybe half a mile out from the eastern gate.
Was it just sand out there? I'm not.
No. So it is the Middle East. It's kind of. I mean, this area is kind of arid kind of land. It's fairly well trod though, as it were, because this is a built-up area. But yeah, there are a few kind of houses and stuff outside of the city. Then they're all kind of up against the walls, and they appear to all be abandoned. But especially around the gates. But it's basically kind of off to the east of the eastern wall. But you do see that there does appear to be they have their own patrols of some variety.
Does my hawk friend land on my shoulder? I actually almost forgot to ask this. I'm sorry.
No. I think he will just be kind of swooping around. You get to call him down if you'd like.
Yeah, sure. Hello.
And yeah, he will come and join you if you want him to.
I hand him some meat.
Oh yeah, then he comes down. Straight up.
Yes. Alright, so we'll start heading off in that general direction. Are there any patrols out here right now that we can see, what is it, Suljik Turks?
These are Seljuk Dynasty, yeah. It's the Sultanate of Rum, I believe, which means the Sultanate of Rome, which is interesting.
Right.
But yeah, there is not. There's definitely no one within essentially no shot of the city.
Okay.
Or perhaps like War Machine shot.
Okay. Then I will start heading forward, the bird on my shoulder, as and Alistair.
At this point, I'm looking at the bird, or look at the bird more or less thinking that you're spoiling it. And what are we doing? I lost track of what we were talking about. I'm sorry.
I'm leading you out towards the east. I'm asking if you follow.
Yes, I'm following you. You are my guide at the moment.
I know the outside of the city better than anyone, I think.
Very much so.
Yeah, I have like lore 3 for wild places. Let's see here. As we walk towards the east, so there's like abandoned farms and houses out here. Um, but I'm gonna just quickly make a perception like awareness check just so I can make sure that there's like no one possibly watching us. It's 4 dice. It's 2 10s.
There really genuinely doesn't appear to be. The area is fairly, I mean, it's the middle of the night, it's fairly dark. No one appears to be paying too much attention. Yeah, two figures can slip past fairly easily.
All right, so I just continue to lead him forward, and just as until we can see where this camp is in a close in like when we can see it in our sight. So I would guess there would be like torches or something.
It's very well lit.
All right.
Yeah, it's completely obvious. It appears to be almost like a small town. Essentially, you can it's
There's just
obvious
tents everywhere.
You do see as you approach that there are guards there.
There are guards. Well, I am going to quickly then hunker down, and I'm gonna like look at Alistair and say, "Get down, get down."
I immediately try to crouch down.
There are guards up ahead. Listen, I have an idea. What I can do is I'm going to get this first off, get this hawk here, and I'm going to see if I can get to distract them. But I am going to slip in past them, and hopefully the bird can then try and scare them or something. Get them to walk away from their posts. We can sleep. Get them in. Get you in.
I don't know.
Sounds like a good idea.
I don't know how well I'm going to hide in the camps.
Well then, I don't know.
I can. At this point, your expertise is best. So, just go through the camps and see if you recognize any unusual beings.
All right. I look at the bird and I say, and I basically tell it to like fly up in the air and just sort of fly over the camp a few times. Just follow me in close proximity. As I activate Obfuscate 2 and I begin walking.
Sure. With Obfuscate 2, you can walk extraordinarily easily past the guards.
I'm keeping also just in case for this. I am keeping my hood over my head, and I'm keeping just my arms in my long sleeves, so no one could actually see if like I somehow deobfuscated in the midst of something. It's still hard to see kind of what I look like.
That's fine.
So I have entered into the camp.
The camp is basically tents. It's actually reasonably well organized. The tents look very foreign to you. I don't believe that there's not any steppe people in Russia at this point. So, not where you're from at least.
You mean the Tatars and them?
Yeah, I don't think if you're in a Slavic area of Russia, that's fairly west. I don't think there's too much migration. And basically, yeah, it's pretty well. There appears to be people. I mean, most people are asleep, but there's definitely people knocking about. Yeah.
They all look like soldiers, though.
Yeah, I mean, there's no like women or kids or anything, but you do see that. I mean, it's an army. There's probably.
Are they all wearing like very similar uniforms?
Most of the people are sort of. They all appear to be in some variety of riding gear. It's not necessarily like a uniform as such.
But it's got a
yeah,
distinct style to it.
they have a distinct style to it.
Yeah, that's more or less, yes.
More or less exactly what you'd expect, yeah.
Alright, so yeah, it's not exact to the letter for each and every one of them, but there's some cohesiveness to it.
Mm-hmm.
I take note of that immediately, but I am beginning to just search around for anyone who looks like they're not just out of the ordinary. Someone whose clothing might not be like so out of the ordinary. It's just like, oh my god, like a Viking. No, no, no. It's just like someone who looks like they're wearing clothing that is maybe a little more distinct than the cohesive styling of this riding gear.
Okay, can you roll me can you roll me an
Perception, investigate.
No, actually, it's not going to be investigation. Can you roll me a perception alertness roll, please?
All right. Perception alertness. 4 dice. 2 9s, a 7, and an 8.
Damn. Right. As you are, yeah, well, that's a pretty fucking good roll. Okay. As you are essentially kind of like sneaking through the camp, you come across a group of, it appears to be 2 people, and they look like some form of fighters or something. They do look a bit distinct to the Turks. However, what kind of they seem slightly strange as they walk fairly close to you, and you see that they appear to be sniffing the air, and they appear to be looking for something.
As they do that, I am staying very still. Like I am trying to be as still as like a statue.
Whereas most of the people in this camp appear to be not like on high alert, but these people do appear to be actively looking for something, and they appear to be of a slightly different ethnicity than the Turks. Turks obviously are essentially kind of Central Asian, although they mix a lot with the Arabs and the kind of locals at this point. But these guys seem, I don't know, they basically they're what you're looking for. They don't fit in.
And male or female?
These 2 are male.
Any very distinguishing features that I could note, like beard, mustache?
One of them appears to be fairly thin and wiry and has a kind of pointed beard, and the other is quite young and doesn't have any of those features and has kind of curly hair. They're both male. So somebody that looks almost a bit Captain Jack Sparrowy, but not as kind of camp, and yeah, another guy that appears to be maybe early 20s, a bit more boyish. But they both seem very on alert and very as if they're actively looking for something in the immediate area.
Well, I wait basically for them to. I'm just sort of gonna try following them. Just obfuscate too. Quietly follow them. Just see what they're doing, what they're up to.
They will walk right past you. They do appear to basically kind of be looking around. They do appear to smelling the air, which is obviously like fairly strange.
That is, yeah.
Doing. I mean, you got 4 successes. It's a fairly big giveaway. And,
yeah, it's pretty. I live with a pack of wolves, and I would know that's something that wolves do when they smell something that shouldn't be on their territory.
And yeah, basically, as you're following them, you see that down the kind of line of tents, there's 3 people basically kind of come into it. They've obviously been searching somewhere else. 2 women and another man, and they basically kind of nod at each other and kind of almost shrug without saying anything in a kind of like, "I've not found anything, have you?" way. The body language is fairly obvious.
I just sort of continue to watch them for a little while. As this happens, where are they? Do they go in do they sit anywhere in particular? Do they go into a specific area and just start talking?
They appear to be. They appear to keep watching. They do go up to the edge of the camp, and yeah, they go up to the edge of the camp. One of them, basically the four of them, seem to be kind of lounging around as if they're kind of nonchalantly not doing much. And one of them kind of does kneel down and is saying prayers or something.
Can I listen into what he's praying to?
Sure. He is not praying. He's or you're not sure what he's doing, but he appears to be praying in some way and speaking a language you don't understand.
Oh. I have...
So pardon?
No, I was going to say I was about to list off the languages I know.
Okay.
It's not Arab. Is it Arab, French, Russian, Polish?
So you know that the information that you will gather from this is it is not any of the languages you know specifically.
All right. Okay, so I can't pick out any keywords either. So from that, I am going to look at these individuals. Is my hawk still flying around in the sky?
It can be, yeah.
All right, it's up there. I know it doesn't notice me, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to at this point I am going to walk out of the camp. I am going to walk back up to Alistair, hunker down next to him, deobfuscate, so all of a sudden I'm there again, and I'm going to call back to my bird. I'm because it was supposed to be following me anyways, actually. So yeah, flies over to me, and I look to it, and I say, I look to it. I pull out a piece of parchment, and as it lands on my shoulder, I look at Alistair. I think I found them. I think I know I found them because I found two of them that were sniffing at the air. Alistair? I don't think he's there right now.
You cannot find Alistair.
Oh dear, Alistair.
I'm muted, sir. That's good that you found them. Now what?
Well, I don't think we should speak to them within the camp is the main point I have here. I have a better idea. I say we write them a letter. And I send my bird in to take it to them, because one of them was kneeling down, and at the very least this bird should be able to understand one who is kneeling. Either way, what should we write?
I don't know.
I pull out a quill. Or no, I pull out a piece of charcoal, actually, that's what he carries on him.
Well, we don't know what languages these creatures speak.
Actually, I thought you told me in character that one of them called you a blood-sucking demon.
That they did, but we don't know if they can read or write.
One of the words they used was lick. They said, "We found you licks."
Okay. I'm still gonna start writing because I asked, like, what language was it they used? Arab or French? As that.
They spoke, Daryl, to you in Arabic, actually.
I am gonna now start writing this in Arabic then. Here's what I proceed to basically write, and I am actually going to write this down on a piece of paper because it might help me with this. Hello. Alright, hello. You do not know me, but I have heard of you. I and a companion have information pertaining. It's fine. It's fine, Daryl. Pertaining to a group of your people who, from what I have heard, wish to do you harm. I and my companion come bearing words of peace, not of war. We wish to meet you on neutral ground outside the camp. You have my word, as well as my companions, that we shall not attack you. But if we are attacked, we will be brought to defend ourselves. We do not wish for war. Please, just come and meet us on neutral ground. We have information pertaining to a one that calls herself the Mother of Monsters. I write that. And I proceed to look at the hawk, and I hand this to Alistair first to see if he's okay with this.
I'll go over the paperwork and respond. Though I do agree that they have my word. It's like, you could have asked me first.
I'm sorry, Daryl. Out of character, I was going under the assumption that he was going to say yes.
Yes, he would say yes, but it's more or less as in, you're promising things in my name that we technically didn't discuss yet.
Oh, sorry. I begin to start folding up the paper. I pull out a piece of twine, and I look to my hawk companion, and I say to him, "My friend, could you please take this to the one who was kneeling? The one who was speaking the strange... Well, the bird doesn't know language. Just the strange group of men and women sniffing the air. Take this to them." Do I have to roll for this, or should I give it some sweetmeat?
You can roll at -3 difficulty.
-3 difficulty. And what difficulty would that bring it down to?
Better praise 7, I believe. So it will be difficulty 4, which is
all right.
Nice.
All of a sudden, it pecks my eyes out. Manipulation animal can? Manipulation animal can or charisma?
Manipulation, as you're manipulating it to do something.
Alright. Animal can. Really need to boost up my animal can. Oh, okay. That's 2 successes.
That's enough.
So I tie the little piece of paper to its leg, and I let it fly off into the camp. And at this point, I am going to tell Alistair, I say we should start possibly moving a little further away from the camp, because I think that's what I that's what I wrote in the letter. We meet them on a neutral ground, not that close to the camp. So, how about I point backward, that way-ish?
I agree. It'd be prudent if they decide that rather they would attack, they'd have the whole army upon us. At least if we're out, further out, we'll have a running start.
True. So yeah, we kind of just silently go backward a bit and wait there. And I'm thinking while we do that, I kind of want to. Nah, never mind. Stupid plan. I just sort of sit down. It's an arid area, but there's probably like rocks and patches of grass around here. So I sit down on a large boulder and I just sit there thinking to myself about, how am I going to talk to these these guys. How am I going to speak to them? Trying to get my words in order. I do not want to look like their enemy at all in any sense of the word. So I just sort of sit there. I do actually keep. I do keep my weapons at my side, just sheathed and everything, so that just not going to act any way defensive or anything. I'm just gonna try and be as loose and comfortable as possible as I wait there on the rock.
Okie pokey.
Do.
Your bird does not return to you.
Oh dear.
Oh, how long has it been? It's like we just have to be patient.
I mean, it's only been a few minutes.
Yeah.
And,
That's also true. And the bird is trying to find a group of people. That bird is just trying to give that letter to a group of raccoons.
Well,
So
I guess.
Oh, sorry, go on.
Sorry, I'm just asking out of character-wise. You technically obfuscate the objects you carry with you, do you not?
You do.
Then
Yes, you do.
couldn't you not written the note and just dropped it nearby and hopefully they grabbed it?
They might have noticed that. That's the problem.
Yeah, that's the thing. I understood that they might have noticed and responded violently. But as another stealth check, you could have possibly did that.
And there's also the problem with them actually noticing it.
Yeah.
That and I don't feel that these guys might kill a bird. That would be kind of a dick move. They don't even know who we are right now. I didn't give names or anything.
That is true. But nonetheless, I was just bringing it up, but it's not important.
Okay, so you basically wait a few minutes, and I would like to roll me perception or alertness, please.
Oh dear, I'm getting very anxious right now.
Perception
what?
Alertness.
Alertness? Alright, not awareness. Perception alertness. That's 4 dice for me. 8, 2, and 2 10s.
That's only 3 dice for me.
Oh, you both have fairly good rolls. Oh, you got 2, Daryl. Basically, you see a group advancing towards you.
I have, by the way, I've had my loot out this time, and I was just sort of, again, I guess force of habit for Volatej. He's trying to calm himself by strumming just a few chords on it. And then I kind of look up and notice them, and I do sort of, I set the loot on my knee, and I look, and I don't act aggressive in any way. I just sort of, I nod my head to them. My hood is down, so they can't really see me yet. It is pitch black out here too. Is the bird with them?
The bird is not. So okay, the group will basically, once they see you, they will begin running towards you, pretty fast.
Of course. These creatures have no sense of diplomacy. They're like,
before they can do that, I try and like jump out in front to intervene. Like I am basically just saying, no, stop. Words of peace, not war. I'm trying to use charisma on them.
Charisma expression.
Okay. You will appear that they do appear to be blindfolded. Weirdly, all of them.
Okay. They weren't blindfolded before. Oh.
And as they get close, as you jump out in front of them, all 5 will enter Krynos. And from first, and we will roll for initiative.
No charisma expression roll.
No.
You can roll charisma expression if you'd like. Absolutely.
I'm gonna try it. If I get like 5 10s, that all of a sudden I've stopped all wars with lupines everywhere.
If only it was that easy.
Nothing. I'll roll my initiative now. 10.
Nice. Okay. 1 second, let me note this down.
What?
Oh, 10 plus my wits and dex, right?
I think it's.
It is. Yeah, including celerity if you have any.
No. Wits, Dex. I got 16. Did you roll for one for Daryl?
Yeah.
No, I think he's writing it down.
Well, I rolled a 2.
Well, wait, did you? No, you gotta roll it on the screen though.
Yeah, no. I see
Yeah,
his
it's not.
numbers at the saying I rolled a 2.
It's not going to do well. Okay, and I'll roll for you, Daryl.
10.
I'll
Damn
roll
it!
for 1.
So,
Of course.
man, it's one less than what I originally had.
Okie dokie. So these, for your description, they appear to be absolutely in aggressive mode. They don't appear to give a shit about your pleas for mercy. So, yeah, first up is one of them. One of the big monsters is going to attack Volatej. Sorry, well, let's declare. They're all just gonna. Two of them are going to attack Volatej, and yeah, and 3 are basically, and 2 more are going to run past towards Alistair.
They are wearing blindfolds. That's one thing I'm gonna just. I know they have senses probably, but still, they can't see shit.
I mean, they don't need to. They're werewolves.
Ugh, stupid.
But yeah, absolutely, they're wearing blindfolds.
Okay, so there, 2 of them are running towards me. I am taking my first turn to dodge that.
Absolutely. What is Alistair going to do?
I'm going to tell Volatej to run.
Oh, actually, that's a good point. Maybe, yeah, run instead.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What would I roll for that?
You would roll Dex Athletics to run away super fast, I guess.
Oh, okay. Dex, Athletics, where the hell is that? I think I have pretty good on both of them. Five dice. I failed! That's a botch. That's a botch. I'm dead. See you guys.
Okay,
Oh.
you will fall prone. For my apologies. And
Whatever. I'm
yeah,
dead man at this point anyway.
the first one of them is going to attack you.
Oh,
sorry.
Why did I roll 1? Wait, actually, I rolled 1 plus. Because dexterity and wits, right? So I'm at 6.
No, Dex Athletics.
Dex Athletics. I don't want to leave Volatej there. Can I use Dominate to allow him to get up?
They're blindfolded.
Right.
Okay. You can still dominate them with blindfolds. You need to basically see like where their eyes are. It's more difficult. But my reasoning is they were dominated a lot last time, and they're trying to. They know the vampires psychically manipulated them through their vision, so they're trying to mitigate it as best. Or they're trying to stop it. It's not going to stop it completely, but.
No, I'm not trying to dominate them. I'm trying to dominate Volatej to get up.
You could, and on his next action, he would get up.
I couldn't force him to do it right now. I was trying to see, like, can I give him another turn by doing that?
No, that's not how dominate works.
That's kind of bullshit. I'm just saying. Hey. But again, werewolves are bullshit.
Werewolves are pretty bullshit.
Why I nerf this audience? This is why I nerf werewolves whenever I have them in my campaigns. Aggravated damage with claws? No, thank you. Goes for gangrel as well.
World of Darkness isn't meant to be a balanced place.
That's why I balance it.
Then at this point,
you guys came out here.
Yeah, I know.
Tour time wasn't a big enough message.
See you, boys.
And yeah.
I'm going to heaven tonight.
So what does Alistair do?
Dominate technically only affects 1 people. Could I not combine that with charisma and expression, or charisma intimidate, to make a bigger sense of control over the group?
Nope.
I'm using blood point.
High level dominate allows that, but not at your level, unfortunately.
Nah.
I might give you some advice. Run.
He wouldn't just leave you behind. That's the problem.
It is a path check if you run. No lie.
And so he would not try to leave him to run. So at this point, I'm trying. I mean,
it's a path check or possible survival. It's up to you.
God damn it! All right, I'm going to use a blood point to raise my stamina up, and I'm going to try to grab Volatej.
Oh dear. Now I'm happy I didn't take huge size, because you wouldn't have been able to lift me if you did that.
Okay, cool. How many dice am I rolling for that? You can try and grab him.
What kind of roll would it be? Would it be athletics, dexterity?
Strength, dex. No, sorry, strength, athletics.
Strength, athletics. Then that would be 4.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Unfortunately, you stumble with him, but ultimately, it looks like you fail. And
we're gonna get ripped apart.
As you are kind of leaning over him, actually, the first one is going to attack you. It's going to attack Alistair. Difficulty 8. Holy shit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 to hit.
So, dead?
I don't know.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3 ag only. Daryl, you can roll Fortitude to soak.
Yeah, so 14 stamina, which using the blood point, that raises it up only by 1, correct? Not to its utter max.
Yeah, and it's only Fortitude. Your stamina does not soak aggravated damage.
Okay. Then with Fortitude, I only have 2 dice in Fortitude, plus the light armor that I'm wearing, which gives it another, I think, 2. That's about it.
That is true. You soak 1 of it. Sorry, no, you soak 2 of it. Yeah, one of them slashes you, and it hurts a lot, but it doesn't. Yeah. The next one is going to attack you as well.
Fail!
They're not allowed to fail. See?
Fuck
3.
you, werewolf.
Yeah, sorry. Damn, if I could fold some fucking damage though. 3 more ag only. Yeah, 3.
Alright, then another foot.
Soak it all! Soak it all!
He does soak it all. Holy shit.
Yes! Willpower!
Okay,
I'm a god of dice!
That was fucking badass, actually. You just
Rage mode!
So, guys, if you guys beat these, I'm gonna give you an experience bonus, because that's fucking nuts.
There's no beating these. We can only hope to run or somehow make them calm down. But
I
would think that's true. So, one of them is going to pounce upon you, Volatej, on the floor.
Fury of Faerun!
This will be difficulty 6 as you're on the ground.
Yeah, I'm doomed.
1, 2, 3.
I am on top of him. I am.
If he rolls all ones, which he isn't going to do, basically, he's got.
No damage.
Yes!
Every single damage roll I've rolled has had 3 ones in the roll. You are blessed.
I am blessed by Phyllis and Peru!
That's fucking nuts. So the second one that was going for you is going to go for you again. Let us hope. Just 2.
I'm serious. Wow. I'm probably gonna. I know I'm gonna get hit on this one now because there's no way in hell.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah.
That is 6 aggravated damage. Do you wear any armor? You have at least 1 soak dice from your.
I do.
Yeah.
So do I roll that one? No, I think I'm wearing like level 2 armor.
Okay. You should have been taking dex penalty, but it's fine. You could have put it on after you climbed the walls. You could have
level 2 doesn't give you a dex penalty. It's only it's 1, then 2. I think then into 3 it gets to dex penalty. I'm wearing at least level 2 style armor.
You can roll 2 extra dice. That's fine.
Yeah.
Let me check there, because it does obviously matter for future.
Yeah, I failed the soak anyway, so dead.
Okay,
Bye bye.
Your leg is ripped off by this Krenos beast.
I scream in pure fury. Brother, why are you doing this? We only wish to talk.
There will be
The sons of Chernobog have infested the city! And I'm screaming this in, like, Arabic, basically. Closest thing, I don't know what Chernobog would be. The mother of monsters wishes to destroy us all!
Okay. There is a reply, but it's in a language you don't understand, as I believe in Krenos you cannot talk. But yeah, we will roll initiative again, please.
I'm
Wait,
screwed.
they did talk to us while they're in Krenos last time. Yeah, because that's why I knew they called us licks. They did.
No, that was when they were inhuman, and then the knight attacked them, and they popped into Krenos, and they flattened him.
And 4.
Because they were talking to Oktar, remember? You said they fight good for a lick.
Oh, no, you're right, because,
Yeah.
no, you're right, they did.
So what did they say?
No. They
10.
will say, you may mean no harm, but we do. Die, monster. Die, worm-tainted scum or something. Some stuff that doesn't make any sense to you. And, yeah. So...
10.
And for Volatej... Oh, my god, a 1, I'm very sorry. Not
I
for
didn't
Volatej.
get. I didn't roll 1. What the hell?
You
They're talking to me.
Okay, what are you two doing?
I'm running. I'm trying to get out of here, but my leg is gone. What the hell?
Yeah, I think at this point you can spend a willpower to ignore wound penalties, and you can
I will
try
spend a willpower to ignore penalties. I will boost. I'm going to spend a blood point to boost my speed. I am going to do everything I possibly can to get the hell out of here.
Absolutely, glad to see it. And not accepting your death like Tor, fighting it tooth and nail to survive. I like it.
My leg is gone, sir.
What about Alistair?
I am going to use presence to get them to focus on me.
What level?
It's only 1, so it's still off.
That's cool. Okay, so we will
and I'll try to talk to them, or more or less basically just be a big old distraction.
Okay, level 3. Oh, sorry, no. So we'll do them first as they roll higher. So the first one is going to slash at you, Volatej.
Oh.
No, not Volatej, Alistair. Am I rolling the right number of dice? There we are. Yeah. 1, 2. This chap does have a specialty, so that's just 1. Strength. Yep. 1, 2, 3 ag. I'm running 4 soak dice for you, right?
Yeah.
You soak 2 of it. You take another point of aggravated damage.
Whose turn is it?
It is actually another one of theirs as I roll 2 10s. You guys roll really badly this time. This is again against...
There's 6 werewolves trying to murder us. Of course we're rolling badly.
No, there's only 5, not 6.
One of them misses you. And that would make it... No, I actually had a higher... Yeah, I had another one that's higher. One of them is going to grab the prone Volatej in a grapple. Jesus, I have...
That's like 1s, sir.
Nope, that's no successes. There's no specialty for grappling on him. So
he basically just tripped over my prone body.
Yeah, they're tripping over themselves to get to you. So no, there's not. You don't need to roll to resist.
All right.
Oh, actually, you can. You could botch, I guess. Yeah. So it's strength brawl.
Oh, great. Well, you already failed. Damn it. Strength brawl.
Mhm.
If I fail, I'm giving up.
If you botch,
I didn't botch.
You're quite fine. You managed to kick him off as he tries to grab your other leg.
Yeah, no. I just want to say this for certain. I kick him in the face specifically.
You do? Okay. You give him a good.
I chip his friggin' tooth.
No, you don't.
Wouldn't kill him. It wouldn't even hurt him. Just chipped it. But it's gonna grow back anyway. Just let me have this. I lost a leg. He gets a chipped tooth. Eye for an eye, leg for a tooth. I'm angry.
Real angry. I think you probably should be rolling frenzy, but it's fine. I think.
Thank you.
So
Yet if I die, I'm bringing in the guy who hates lupines.
if you want to kick him, you can make your roll now to make an attack on him if you like.
No, I am running away. Fuck that. I am like an animal clambering and crawling away. I've spent a willpower, ignoring wound penalties for the round. I've spent a blood point. I'm buffing my dex so I can run.
Roll your dex athletics, please.
All right, so dex plus that, and then plus that. So that's going to be 6 dice this time because blood.
Mm-hmm.
All right. If I swear to God, I swear to Perun, this botches. Bringing in the lupine killer.
You've had some brutal botches of this thing.
No, it didn't botch.
You succeed.
That is the noise you hear.
Volatej begins crawling away. And we have, it is not Alistair yet, so I roll a 1 for you, unfortunately. Another one is going to attack you, Alistair, as you are standing.
Hey, I technically with that 1 I had a 5, so whoever got lower than 5.
Holy shit. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh no.
4 successes.
Please don't die. Don't die.
Mm.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 ag. If you don't soak any of this, you're dead.
Soak.
You soak 2. You are currently on 5 aggravated damage.
Mm.
And yeah, one of them hits you, and it's your action. And you're using presence, right?
Yes, I'm using presence.
Okay. Charisma performance?
Yes. That is 6 dice for me.
Okay. Use difficulty 7, you get 2 successes. Sure, what do you want to say?
I guess I affect 2 of them at least, and I speak out to them. I go, your worm-tented kin reside in our city. They wish.
Okay, okay. You absolutely do not know what the worm is.
Yeah, I guess that's a good point.
Shut up.
Yeah, I'm metagaming. Well, yeah, I'll say this.
You're not metagaming, but you just don't know that. It's fine.
Yeah, I'll say this to them, like, your evil kin reside in our city. They are planning on destroying all of you. There's at least 5 of them, and they are trying to use us against you. We wish to make an alliance so we can get them out of our city. In return, we will provide you a boon for our cooperation.
I don't understand any of this.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Roll for initiative again.
They're focusing on him now, right?
2 of them are.
They do appear to be, yes.
Thank you. I think I got, what was that? Wits plus that. I got 11, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wait, no, I did spend a blood. That is still working in my favor, right?
It is.
I have 12.
Your wound penalties are giving you -5 to this roll, unless you want
Fuck
to
it, I am spending another willpower.
Absolutely.
No, I am not dying.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I roll for you, Daryl.
Uncompromising douchebags. The werewolves.
Yep. Coronation.
That's
Okay.
8. That's 8.
The first one of them is going to attack you, Daryl. They ignore your pleas for negotiation. Jeez, my rolls ain't great. Oh, that's 2 successes. Doing 4 ag.
Soak it. Soak all of it.
It would be fucking boss if you soaked it.
It doesn't matter. Robbie's out. These guys are just out to kill us. So at this point, since they are not thinking,
Yeah.
they're not thinking. Like the main thing I find just really weird with these creatures is not only did they go through the camp with nobody noticing, so none of the humans go, "Hey, there's a large amount of movement within our," because there are people still on the patrol. Nobody noticed them. They're that sneaky. For 5 people blindfolded running through.
So we have that would leave you with 2 more aggravated damage, which Volatej, you will hear a poof, and we have a ignoble death to a rather noble Alistair, unfortunately, and claws slash into him in a clatter of a undead skeleton to the ground. Okay.
Climbing away, quietly.
So we can probably dispense with initiative rolls now, unless you want to fight them.
I'm not fighting them. I'm running.
Okay. Basically the group will, even as you run, these guys can run as fast as a horse. They will surround you, and they will basically get in your way and surround you. They do appear to be looking around for the perimeter, basically see if they're going to be ambushed or anything, and they do appear to be doing that by smelling. But they will basically get you, and 2 of them will basically pin you to the ground. What do you want to do?
I look at them and I just say, so this is how I die, is it?
One of them
At least, before you kill me, at least hear me out. That's all I ask. That's all I ask.
The one that has not been fighting comes forward and leans ever closer to you, and you smell stinking wolf breath onto your face, and he actually shifts in front of you into Hespo. Not Hespo, Glabros. He is a monstrous wolfish person, not looking too dissimilar to yourself. And he looks you in the eye, and he says, "Give us the names of your worm-tainted scum brothers."
I do not know what you mean. They are not my brethren, but I will give you their names. They are known, the sons of Chernobog are known as the Mother of Monsters, the Secret Breaker, the Tail Eater, and the Tear Feaster. And before you kill me, I simply ask that you hear me out before I die. That is all.
There will be a level of chatter between them, and one of them will shrug. Say your final words, Lick.
I want to ask you a very, very simple question. As I'm doing this, the bird is gone, isn't it?
The bird is not there, no.
Okay. I simply wish to ask, why didn't you just let us hear? Why didn't you hear us out? Why, in God's name, why, in the Holy Father's name, did you do this to us? We wanted to help you. We wanted to let you know, but you struck him down. For what reason did you do this? We were not going to hurt you. You instigated this battle. Why in Peyrun's name? Why in the name of Veles have you done this? Why?
We are not here to negotiate. We're here to cleanse your worm-tainted hive of your foul kind.
What are you talking about? Worm taint? What do you mean?
Go out with some dignity, Lick.
No. You tell me now what you mean by worm. Tell me now. I want to know.
There appears to be a level of a kind of almost laughter between some of them. And Well, what is? We have no time to talk philosophy with you, Lick. I hope you meet your creator.
My creator? My creator is Perun the Thunderbolt. And you will meet him someday. You will meet him. You will meet what... You may not. You may meet whatever god you believe in. I ask you this. I ask you this, Vucari. Werewolf. Man, beast. You are not... What gives you the right to kill me? Does your god give you a right to kill me? Does your creator give me a right? Because if they do, you are no better than those damned Saracens or Christians. You are no better than me. I want you to think about these words. I'm not the one who attacked you. I never had any grudge against you, but instead you attacked me. When you stand before God...
You are a talker.
Oh, I am.
I am done with talking.
I'm not. And as I say that,
Mm-hmm.
I want to try Call of the Wild.
Absolutely. What would you like to call?
Wolves!
Okay. You can howl as you go to kill them. Sorry, yeah, you can make a howl. Roll your dice.
Okay, what is it again?
It is, what did we say it was? Charisma survival, I think?
Charisma survival, yes.
Can I spend a willpower?
You can absolutely spend a willpower.
Yes!
You can always spend willpower on discipline use. You just can't spend it on, like, attacks.
Willpower. Willpower.
Yeah.
I'm spending it on willpower. I'm gonna... Yes. One automatic success at the very least. So what was it? It's Charisma Animal Ken?
Charisma survival.
Charisma Survival. Okay.
Sorry, yeah.
Okay. That's 5 dice. What's the difficulty here, please? Please. Lord Perun! Lord Perun, please! Veles, please!
It's like animalism. The difficulty is... Oh wait, it's Call of the Wild, isn't it? Difficulty 6.
Lord Perun, Lord Veles, please. Please. I can't look. I really can't.
Cool.
That's a lot of success. Is that 5 with that willpower point I spent?
You summon most of the animals, and you howl. No shit, that's 5. Okay, yeah, you will summon basically every wolf in the area to you. However, as you howl, they will look at each other slightly confused, and the one talking to you will stand up, and he will bring his clawed foot down on your head.
Oh, come on.
What did you think was going to happen?
Fucking wolves are coming to murder them!
I mean, there are no wolves within, like, a turn from you.
Oh my god, are you serious? So I'm dead. I can't even dodge.
You are missing a leg.
You're missing a leg, you're pinned. Yeah. You can struggle, but he's... Okay, you can dodge, he'll make an attack roll, absolutely.
Fine, yes. Alright, what would it be? Dexterity?
Dex...
Athletics?
Yes, and you... Yeah.
Let me find it. Dex, Athletics, 3, plus... What was the other one? Oh. I'm dead.
You, unfortunately, are. 1, 2, 3, 4... Oh, you might not be, I might roll for each shit.
Doom, 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 doom.
However, no. His clawed foot plunges onto your face, crushing your skull, and Volatej also meets his maker.
The final words right before he ends my life are simply this. Fuck you! You assholes!
And with that final fuck you and then a stomp, we will end our scene, ladies and gentlemen. The very heroic end of Alistair and the Volatej.
The peaceful,
And,
nature-loving guy gets murdered by
yeah,
the peaceful
both.
nature. The peaceful.
I don't know where you ever heard werewolves were peaceful. And there will be a stomp.
They say they're peaceful.
They do not.
Good night, everyone.
Thank you, Place for Play.